What's up guys, it's your boy John. We're back again here with another video. Today we're taking a look at the Integra Type S and upgrading it with Acuity's new Stage 2 kit. Now, I've improved it with some of the bushings and stuff from Acuity, and their products are just insanely high quality. So I'm really excited for the Stage 2 kit. I even had a little sticker right there saying, shout out to Acuity because it's a product I really like. This is the shifter rocker upgrade. And just a real quick, it helps with a number of features such as gate spacing, lateral distance between gears. So for example, left and right space from gear 2 and 3, it's gonna make it better. And it also will slightly stiffer the center actions and quicker shifting. So there's that. We have the short throw adapter. So I guess it'll tell you what it does. It's a proprietary binding nut that looks like this, and it reduces the shift throw by 20%. Spacers will raise the knob height about 0.3 of an inch, and class, whatever, that's just more information. So having a higher shift knob is actually a good feel for me. I want to be really close to the steering wheel, so when I'm driving, just a little bit closer. 0.3 doesn't seem that much of an inch, but I think that's good. A little OEM plus in terms of height. Then we have the shifter centering spring. Again, let's see what it does. Increase the center force by approximately 50 over stock. So I guess when you're like shifting first to second, and then it goes back to neutral, that kind of feel right there. And you got a little nut. And I just got a little, this is just a trim removal tool. So this is the Stage 2. And I already have the bushings, but here is the rocker upgrade. Oh, man, it looks so beautiful. Again, this should really help tighten everything and making it feel very like mechanical in terms of more like an S2000 direct shift linkage. I know it's a the shift linkage is like cable actuated, but all these parts together, it's gonna make it feel like it's a direct like you're really shifting it, and there's no cable. But of course there is. I'm just saying, this is going to make it so mechanical. Of course, replacing all the plastic parts with some metal ones is always going to be a plus. Here is the short throw adapter. Here's sort of the looks like the razors, and then there it is. You basically replace the little ball with this new one right here. Oh. I am looking forward to it, so here we go. I'm gonna cut to a video of me removing the shift knob, the interior trim. Now the Integra Type S and the Civic Type R is very similar. I mean, if you have a Type R, then it's gonna be almost the same. All right, so to remove this dash, it's pretty easy. First, you wanna pop this little collar down. On the OEM one, you wanna rotate it, I would say clockwise, and then kind of like this, so you're rotating clockwise while pushing down, and you'll feel a little notch where you can actually push it down all the way. Then there's going to be a little nut here. This is how the nut looks like, because this is an aftermarket one. This is a 13 mil. You kind of want to just put it on it right here, kind of like this. Well, that's the 13. This is my 12 because it's aftermarket, and you just want to lefty loosey it upside down. So I guess righty-tighty, and then you're basically applying force here, and this whole thing just comes out. Now because we're going to be putting this somewhere safe, you can put it on your seat, because you don't want to put it in your cup holders. So we're removing the whole bad boy anyways. Now for this piece right here, it's also pretty easy as well. What you got to do is you just pull towards the back of the rear. So you just pull it, and the whole thing comes out. Of course, it's not going to be that easy, but I already pulled it, and all the tabs are facing backwards. There is this little notch right here, so when you pull, you might have to kind of rotate it like this, and then pull upwards once you get the tabs out. Great. Now for this, I just use my hands, but you can use a plastic trim remover if you need to have a little bit more leverage. And what I do is I just pull it up, And there's gonna be a retaining harness for like a clip for the harness. And you can also unplug these bad boys as well. That's one way to remove it. Alright, then there's going to be some screws down here that you can pull out. And also there's going to be a screw in the cubby hole right here. So you remove that little plastic tray on the bottom. Oh, it's actually pretty tight in there. Oh, there you go. And then you also have, oh, it's because it has this part kind of sunk in. And it's just gonna reveal 2 more screws. And you can pop that bad boy out right there. Alright, let's go back here. And screws out here. Unplug these bad boys. So after you remove that one screw and then you popped it up and pulled it out, it's going to reveal 2 new screws right here. So we're just going to take care of that real quick. All right, and there's this cup holder piece. There's 2 tabs holding it. You just kind of want to pull it from here and it pulls straight out. After that, it will reveal 2 more screws and this whole thing can come out. So that's pretty awesome. Now this is a good time if you guys were trying to do it, is you can put rear vents. Could be helpful if you have kids. Alright, so I loosened everything, but just remove these 4 bolts and then I'll show you how there's a clip you need to remove. This whole thing just comes out. When you're holding it, you twist this to get the spring loose. Same with this, you pop the white part, twist it lefty-loosey. So there's 2 of them, and then you just release it. There you go, you have the OEM shifter. Alright, so I have the shifter right here. What we're going to be replacing is this part, and then this bottom part as well. You can see the spring right there too. To remove this, you just hammer it and then kind of pry it out. I see I'm doing. All right. Let me go over my thoughts. I've been driving for a bit. Kind of collected my thoughts. One from first gear versus second. Second and third. Woo. Overall, this is my thoughts after driving for about 5 minutes. The short throw shifter, definitely worth it. I would pick that up. The bushings and the throw adapter, that spring too, it really tightens it up. You can really feel that 50% more spring back to neutral, kind of that left and right. It makes you shift actually faster and more precise. I was worried that I might not be able to shift as precise. Here's 6 to 5th, but I'm not having any issues here. It's great. No rattles, it doesn't feel cheap. It actually feels better. Now the best thing I can say is if you're more used to like a Subaru BRZ or an S2000, this kind of feels more direct in that kind of comparison, where it feels like there's less link, like a shift linkage, and more like it's direct. It feels really great. It makes it more enjoyable to shift. It doesn't feel as sloppy. Not that I'm saying the Type S is not that sloppy, but it does feel tighter. And Type S, Type R is one of the best shifters. This just improves on that, and it doesn't make it so it's too race car-y. This actually feels like how it. If you wanted like a dealer option to have a short throw shifter, I can kind of imagine how this would feel, which is a good price. Now, a thing that I noticed is because there's no more like a rubber bushing or less rubber on the bushings, it feels more direct. Is when you're shifting from like in gear, when you're in first gear and you throw it in second, there's less of a little wall, like a little sloppy on the wall, and it just feels more direct. Now that means that it feels less spongy and cushiony. So when you throw it, most of that force goes back into your hand for you go third or fourth. Like it's just it's like more stiff. So you feel it, and that actually translates into, hey, you're in gear. Like here's third or second, I'm in the neighborhood, and you just feel it a little bit more in your hand because you're not hitting that rubbery bushing anymore. It's just more direct, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing for you, because it is a little bit more harsh in your hand. But yeah, might have to say, man up a little bit. It's not that bad. It depends on how hard you throw your gears. But overall, I think this is a great purchase. It's not that expensive. The Stage 2 kit really improves on the formula of having a great transmission, even better. The throws are shorter. The feel is better. It's tighter. There's less slop. So it's like, it actually requires a lot of force. Not a lot, but it requires a little bit more forearm strength. So I'm kind of like a scrawny little boy or a fat boy. So I might be complaining a little bit, saying I'm might be a little weak, but I think for most people, including me, I'm just trying to nitpick to criticize it over OEM. It is a little bit more stiff. Anyways, if you guys were interested in this product, I'll leave a link down below on where you can find the Acuity Stage 2 kit. The install wasn't too bad, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.